The ranch, located in Southwick, Massachusetts, was opened in 2001 at the foothills of the Berkshires.
I'd almost say is one of the more iconic golf courses in definitely Western Massachusetts, almost New England. I feel like most people have at least heard of the ranch or know what it's about. When I can remember back to it from being, a little kid and hearing about it, they've very much maintained it and kept it to the stature that it always has been.
I would consider the ranch to be kind of like New England's take on a modern style golf course with a little bit of a linksy feel, especially on the first few holes and also kind of the start of the back nine and finishing off on the back as well.
It's a very, very cool course. It's pretty unique in the sense that it's literally on the side of a small ski slope mountain. I think I heard that there may have actually been some sort of ski hill mountain there at one point. Now it's just, taken up by a beautiful golf course and just as beautiful of homes wrapped all around the neighborhood. It's known very much for its ski slope par fives. It's also known very much for its big yellow barn clubhouses. Everyone knows that. It's a very popular wedding venue. I can understand why, because it's very picturesque out there. It lives up to kind of the prestige as far as conditions and taking care of it and everything. The layout is cool. It's different. It's unique. I really think it's the care that they put into the course and the conditions that they keep it up to that keeps it what it is.
For the destination golf course that it is, for the prestige that it does have, the conditioning is good. There's nothing that I would say that felt out of place. Everything felt well kept. It's definitely a unique golf course and something that I think everybody should experience at least once.
I think it's a golf course that gets in your head. A little bit of that is the layout. There's some holes that you can absolutely try to overpower and go for, and they're set up to be very protected at the same time, so you can put yourself in trouble very quickly.
I think anybody can go out and play the ranch. I think if you're going out and playing with a group of different skill levels, I would recommend playing different tee boxes. And it's definitely a challenging golf course, definitely mentally intimidating. If it doesn't get in your head, I think you can definitely score out there, and I think if you think your way around the golf course, have good golf course management, and kind of play target golf essentially, like you will play well. You can't just go up, whack the ball, and expect whatever to happen and expect to score well. I don't think that's going to happen.
You've got to be able to adapt, and you've got to be able to make up for your next shot or put yourself in a position where your next shot will let you score and let you play from there. And if you don't, the course is going to eat you up.
Currently on the 8th hole, and nobody is lighting it up. Having a great time, though.
We got a lot of golf still left to play. It's only the 8th hole. Hopefully we can turn the rounds around. If not, we lucked out. Today was supposed to be pouring all day. Beautiful out. Course is in phenomenal shape. Greens are lightning.
Favorite hole in the front nine?
I think I gotta go with the opening hole. Wasn't a big fan of the 9th hole. Kind of just felt like they ran out of room and threw a hole there. But other than that, layout was beautiful.
I don't know that's my favorite, but I'm going to disagree with Justin. I like the 9th hole. Thought it's kind of fun how the green's tucked over in that corner. I just completely botched it.
I think the ranch, at least in the New England area, has the 3 best finishing holes. I think the way that course finishes, 16, 17, 18, you got 16 big par 5 down the hill. It's probably their most iconic hole as far as, you see pictures of that green all the time. You see pictures of that fairway, the big ski slope going down the hill. 17 is a beautiful little par 3 over the pond that is pretty challenging. It doesn't look like much when you walk up there, but it's very vulnerable to the wind. If you don't hit enough club, you're gonna end up in the water. If you hit it long, there is a backstop, but the rough actually grabs the ball pretty good down there, and then you're left with a hard downhill chip. And then 18 is just a really, really cool par 4 that you tee off. You cannot see the green or anything. It's slightly bending down to the left. But if you get too aggressive down that left side, you're in trouble. If you get too far towards the right side, you're kind of messing around with some fescue and cart path and stuff. You really got to place your drive right on the 18th hole to have it an easy par.
I think the greens are sick. They were in phenomenal shape, and they were rolling really fast, and you would have these putts that you didn't really think there was going to be much break, but they had some tough sliders in there, and subtle sliders that really made a big difference. And sometimes the ball would just keep sliding past the hole, and you wouldn't have the greatest comebacker. So I think the greens are awesome, and I think if you're playing there, if you're a member there for whatever reason, I'm sure that you probably become a really, really good putter, because they are probably some of the best greens I think I've played on this year, if not potentially in New England. There's a couple other golf courses that come to mind, but they really impressed me. Walkability of this golf course, I think that's something that, we like to try and talk about, because I think we favor walking. This is a golf course that I do think could potentially be walkable, but I think it would be better if you didn't walk. I don't think there's a few holes that have some, distance between, tee and green, but I think overall where it really, really gets you is just the elevation change, especially some of the downhill elevation change. I feel like that would be less fun than actually going uphill for whatever reason. Some of those par fives, just thinking about walking down those, I think doesn't look or sound fun to me. If I had to give the walkability rating on that golf course, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 10.
That's a good say. I think value for the course is pretty decent. You're not going to leave feeling, undervalued. Like I said, the conditions are really good. Carts were nice. I do think there's probably courses around that are a better value as far as price, conditions, layout, as far as what you get. But I think that you will leave there very satisfied with the money that you spent to play.